So the Liberal Party of Canada and everyone who protects the Liberal Party of Canada, which would be the RCMP, other investigative departments within Canada, they all get triggered when you mention Justin Trudeau and criminal in the same sentence, even though there is tangible proof. We're not talking about some random Reddit post or some 4chan anonymous post. We're talking the real deal. You have real federally elected Conservative members of Parliament that have tangible evidence to prove that Justin Trudeau and his band of liberal misfits have conducted criminal offenses or criminal behavior. Welcome back to another video, everybody. We're going to be taking a look at criminal, Justin Trudeau. There you go. That should totally send things off into the algorithm, and any liberal who sees that is just going to basically burst into flames from sheer anger of those things mentioned in the same sentence. Before we get into it, I want to encourage you to give a like and subscribe if you haven't yet already. It really helps grow the channel. Over 65% of viewers are actually unsubscribed, so I may be popping up in your algorithm, but I am not saying this to waste my breath or waste your attention. Hitting that subscribe button does actually help the videos grow and the channel grow, and then you're actually more likely to see the videos. And if you'd like a matching sticker, a Mr. Sunshine Baby sticker from when I share my screen, you got me on the moose shooting lightning with my hammer. The link for that is down in the description or the pinned comment below. Let's take a look at what Brock does in a committee hearing where he just absolutely triggers the woke left, people that are protecting, like literally protecting Justin Trudeau from being held accountable for his actions. Here we go.
And the next two questions will be 5-minute rounds. Mr. Brock.
The floor is yours for 5 minutes.
Merci, Monsieur le Président.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning, Mr. Duham. Good morning, Madame Huggins.
Commissioner, you'll agree with me that there are certain basic legal tenets in criminal law. Number one, that ignorance of the law is no excuse. Every Canadian is not above the law, and that the criminal code applies to all Canadians, including members of Parliament and the Prime Minister himself. Is that correct?
I agree.
Notwithstanding that no sitting Prime Minister has ever been charged criminally and or convicted of a criminal offense in the history of the country.
Mr. Brock.
Point of order, Mr. Chair. Mr. Sanson first, and then Madame Kayabaga. I will weigh in right away. I did not hear anything about official languages, RCMP. I heard criminal and our Prime Minister of Canada. So, Mr. Brock, if you have questions that deal with the subject of the day, then you are welcome to ask them. But if you are raising something that has nothing to do with today's study, then I will stop you. So, Mr. Brock, I will give you a few seconds to see in the direction your question is going in. But yes, go ahead.
It would be common courtesy from the Liberal bench to allow a question to be framed before there is any opposition. And quite frankly, Chair, I don't think I have to be confined by a time limit by the Chair in terms of how I want to frame the question. So the question is relevant to the study at hand, and I will explain the relevancy if I'm permitted the courtesy, professional courtesy of asking the question.
That's absolutely insane. His question that he has to ask, or is trying to ask, involves the structure of those words. And because those words were used in the same sentence, they just have a meltdown and say, oh, no, you can't ask about that. Yeah, that's what an investigation is. I mean, it's a trigger word apparently for the woke left, but what are they hiding? Why are they preventing these questions from being asked on publicly broadcasted and archived committee hearings? That is what is so just suspicious. You have to, even if you're a normie and you don't care about politics, if you come across one of these videos from a regular subscriber, maybe a family or a friend, and you're sharing this video with a normie, right? Whatever. Not that you're not a normie, but you know what I'm trying to say. And they say, oh, well, this is weird. It is weird. It's very bizarre that our federal government is blocking opposition parties from just asking regular, tangible things that they have every right to do. And it gets even worse. Let's take a look at this. This is Larry Brock, a federally elected Conservative member of Parliament. You got his official badge right there on X. And he says, ArriveCan leaks. GC Strategies, the ghost contractor that got paid $11 million on the ArriveCan but did no actual work, is caught bragging that they have the ear of the CBSA president. This company has received $59 million in government contracts since 2017. The RCMP is investigating ArriveCan. This is insane. This is huge. This isn't just a random Twitter post from an anonymous account. This is an actual federally elected member of parliament who is providing real evidence that there is corruption. Like, if this is all that you see for today or about ArriveCan, this is the biggest piece right here, a very much leaked and real a recording of somebody bragging that they have corruption within the CBSA. Let's take a listen to this.
Okay, so we're dealing with CBSA, it's the Canada Border Services Agency. What we can share right now is that we're getting very close to almost being very similar to the RCMP was recently. I'm in a very unique situation, right? So we have essentially the ear of the president right now of CBSA, which is, I guess, would be the equivalent of the minister or like the deputy minister. And my client who's leading, he's a very high executive responsible for innovation cloud. So he said that this is a guaranteed win for the organization and for any vendor or person who's going to be involved in it, because it's something that everybody just doesn't want to be RCMP, right? They really, although they know it's happening and they have cases they can speak to, they just really want to do what they can to give the optics that they're doing everything they can to prevent it as well. So they know they're not going to ever save 100% of everybody. So what do you need from me from a next step of getting the proposal over to the president? Because this will land on his desk 100%. Like, this is going above the ADM level. This is uncharted territory for the government of Canada with these innovative solutions. So really, I don't think, especially when you're dealing with a topic so important, I don't think there really is much of a budget when you're talking about the government and the CBSA, right? So, I mean, just to give you an idea, we're building mobile apps for these guys for $2 million right now. So it's not the budget's not going to be a problem.
Wow. That is incredible that there is real evidence, real leaked information and recordings that can basically show without a doubt that there is corruption. And Larry Brock is not the only member of parliament for the conservative side that is trying to shed light on this. You have Michael Barrett, who has a video that says new corruption RCMP investigation on Trudeau's $54 million ArriveCan app. Guys, this isn't a conspiracy. $54 million. Like, it's not that groundbreaking of an app, the ArriveCan app. It was in the time of a crisis, right? And so there was a rush order on the app being made. But I guarantee you that I can find outsourcing websites and services that could make that app for a fraction of what the government of Canada paid for this, $54 million. And Pierre Poilievre actually went above and beyond that and proved that there was a company in Toronto or Ottawa, a tech company, that was able to make the app for like $250,000 or $500,000, which is a fraction of $54 million. This isn't some like partisan attack or trying to get clicks. This is real shit. Our government, our liberal Trudeau government, is wasting your and I's taxpayers' money. It's enough to piss somebody off that they're sending all of our money, billions of dollars, to foreign countries, right? But above and beyond that, they're wasting it here on our own technology. It's absurd. Like it's so idiotic that this government is still in power. The Liberal government is still elected. You think that the NDP or other parties would just snap out of it and call an election?
You're not going to believe this. News this morning is that the three IT staffing companies, Dalian, Cortex, and GC Strategies, that received $84 million from the federal government last year, who are the subject of contracting misconduct complaints. And now there's an RCMP investigation into it. And this is, of course, about the government's Arrive scam, $54 million app. The government paid them more than $11 million last year after they had received contracting complaints about them from a company. Now that company is going to come before the Standing Committee on Government Operations today, and we heard from the president of the CBSA and the past president of the CBSA, and these companies that do no IT staffing work but have been given tens of millions of dollars, well, CBSA says they have no idea who hired them. This is after 8 years of Justin Trudeau and his NDP Liberal government. They haven't found a taxpayer dollar that they're not prepared to misspend. All the while, Canadians are struggling with the cost of everything. So Canada's common sense conservatives are digging into this scandal, the latest scandal, and one of two questions related to RCMP investigations into Justin Trudeau and his Liberals that's in the news this week alone. But it's beyond belief that after a complaint is received, that they would continue to pay out more than $11 million. We're going to get some more answers at the Government Operations Committee this afternoon.
And it turns out they did not get more answers since they basically shut down that committee hearing. But here's a follow-up video since that video by the same Conservative Member of Parliament, Michael Barrett, saying missing report on the $38 million.
We first learned about the reports of gross mismanagement and conflicts of interest at Trudeau's billion-dollar green slush fund. Everyone from the CEO to the board chair are implicated in the allegations brought forward by whistleblowers at Sustainable Development Technologies Canada. And the Standing Committee on Access to Information, Privacy and Ethics passed my motion, you'll remember, to have Trudeau's minister appear at committee, but also to provide a report that was prepared by an outside agency about the $38 million in question that is alleged to have been given to insiders and their well-connected friends. Well, in a surprise to no one, Trudeau's minister is not providing the report to committee and has not provided a date that he's going to appear at committee. These Liberals are unbelievable. It was just last week at this same committee that the NDP Liberal government members came and shut down a hearing with the RCMP commissioner concerning a criminal investigation about obstruction of justice and the Prime Minister. And now we have them obstructing a committee's work to try and get answers about $38 million of taxpayer money that's said to have been misappropriated and given to, of course, well-connected insiders. This is a pattern with the government. First, they reward their friends, Canadians pay the price, and then the NDP Liberal government pulls the rug over it. Well, after 8 years, we can see that Justin Trudeau isn't worth the cost to Canadians' pocketbooks and to our democratic institutions. So this week, we're going to demand the documents that the committee is entitled to, and we're going to demand that the minister appear.
Justin Trudeau is almost succeeding in his plan to create massive division here in Canada. He's done that with gender ideology being introduced in the schools. He's done that by, blocking these types of hearings and labeling certain protesters. If you wave a Canadian flag, you're like a crazy person. It's insane. I mean, he's slandered Canadians and he's pitted Canadians against each other. But at the end of the day, when it comes time for an election, people are going to vote with their pocketbooks, their checks. They're going to vote. They're going to look in their wallet and be like, yeah, I got no more money. And they're going to look at their bank and be like, I don't know if I can afford a Liberal government still. And they're going to either look at their mortgage payments or their rent payments or the fact that they want to be able to buy a house, but they may never be able to because it's a Liberal government. It's just spend, 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 spend. If you want to get rich, you don't have to start a business here in Canada. Just be a Liberal and find a way to be a Liberal insider, because apparently they take millions, if not billions, of our hard-earned tax dollars and they just pay tech companies, CEOs, or these random shell companies millions of dollars, and it's inexplainable. The paper trail is there, but no one can ever really account for how the money got there, what the money was used for. It's just so weird. But then they have the audacity to, audit you if you buy a cup of coffee or something, or they freeze your bank account if you've donated to a protest. It's insane. They've got the priorities in reverse order, and everyone is absolutely fed up. Now we're going to take a look at video of Stephanie from the House of Commons that says a $54 million Arrive scam plot thickens.
Damning new information revealed today shows that ArriveCan contractors submitted receipts to the government for a company that doesn't even exist. Wow. This investigation already includes allegations of identity theft, forged resumes, contractual theft, fraudulent billing, price fixing, and collusion in the creation of the $54 million ArriveCan app. How much worse can this boondoggle get? Simple question, which Liberal insiders got rich?
Who got rich?
It pays to be a liberal. It pays to be a liberal.
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, as colleagues know very well, we expect public servants at all times to follow the appropriate Treasury Board contracting practices. My colleague will know in this case the Border Services Agency, as part of their internal audit, uncovered information that they then subsequently referred to the appropriate police authorities. And Mr. Speaker, that's exactly what has to happen in these cases, and we should let the RCMP do whatever work they think is appropriate in this concerning circumstance.
Absolutely.
Well, the issue with that is that the RCMP is backing Trudeau and the Liberals, and they're protecting them. And we don't know why. Maybe they're being paid exorbitant amounts of money. Maybe they've signed some sort of NDA. Maybe they would just somehow disappear, go missing, or unalive themselves if they spoke the truth. Who knows? But it is so frustrating, and I wish I had the answer on how to get around it. And it seems like our only hope is voting ourselves out of this. And our next election is not scheduled until October of 2025. So we're just under 2 years away, and I don't know how much longer Canadians can put up with this. I mean, already tensions are extremely through the roof. People are pissed off in so many different ways, and it's all justifiable emotions with our government. And 2 years is a long time to wait. And even then, how fast are things going to change? At least we have the hope of we're going to have a more transparent government when Pierre Poilievre seems to be inevitably wins, since he's 99% likely to win the next election according to the polls. So I'd love to know what you guys think down below in the comments. On a scale of yes to extremely, how pissed off are you with our government? Let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give a like and subscribe if you haven't yet already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now. Thanks so much for making it to the end of the video. If you want to support the channel financially, you can do so by checking out the merch shop linked right up there. Or if you want to do something for free, which is also absolutely acceptable and highly encouraged, you can subscribe right there. If you want to continue watching videos like this, you can do so by clicking or tapping right there to watch the next upcoming video. And if you want to watch a little bit of different content, but also Canadian stuff, you can do so by clicking right up there. That's my second channel, House of Canada, also known as the House of Commons Highlights. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.